Hi, Avi here. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the admin panel. Now, currently when you arrive at your deck, you arrive here. But there's a back end to things that you do have access to. The plan is for you to not have to use the back end admin panel in the future, that everything will reside here. But for now, there's some aspects of ByteDeck that are in the admin site. I'm going to go over that fairly quickly, and then we'll have some other tutorials about specific items. So if I go to admin here at the top, notice I've got site administration. If I click on that, this looks very, very different from what we're normally seeing with ByteDeck. And you'll notice that there are some things here that do not reside in the other panel. Now, before I show you some of these, and I do recommend that you go through this site administration just to see what's here. I don't recommend making any changes at this time until you're more familiar with it. But just remember that on the top right, there's a link to view site that takes you right back here. So when in doubt, you find yourself here, you're not sure what to do, click on view site and it'll take you back to the regular panel. So what kinds of things are available here? Well, things are different. So if I click on users, I get a very different look. And if I click on one of my students, I notice that I can make some changes here. First name, last name, email, but I can also give a student staff status. I can give users specific permissions. So more than is available in the other portions of the platform. Here is where I can create badge types if I wish, or when creating a badge, I can create prerequisites here. So let me show you under badges here. So I'm back to my normal platform and I'll click on this badge right here. So it's a talent and I'll go to edit it. So here I can name it, I can provide the XP, short description, what type it is, but there's nothing here that says prerequisite. There's nothing here that says, how do I automatically assign this badge, unless I want to do it manually. Now you can do that here. So I can go to that badge, which is right here. Pretty much it's the same. You have the same kinds of information that you can provide here. But now you have prerequisites. So I can choose to have quests or campaigns or ranks as prerequisites, or even a course or grade. There is another way in here. When I go to click on this badge and go to edit it, you'll notice that there's a via admin here. That takes me to this. So there's another way in here that's far more direct from a badge and also from a quest. Let me show that to you. So let's go to this quest right over here and I'll show you. I'll go to edit. So notice there's a via admin button at the top. I'll click on it and it takes me to the quest on the admin panel. And it's pretty much the same. Most of the information is the same. So why would you even use it? Let's just go back for a moment. Why would you even use the admin panel? Let me show you. I'll go to basic prerequisites. And you notice that this is the current prerequisite, Web Quest 6. And there are only two types of prerequisites available here on this panel. That's the quest one, and here's a badge one. What if I want to make this quest available perhaps after a person has finished a whole campaign? So I can go to via admin and I'm just going to scroll down. Notice it's all basically the same. There it is. Same kind of thing as the badge. I can make a campaign be a prerequisite for this quest, or even being in a specific course or a specific grade or at a specific rank. I'll show you more on that in another tutorial. Let's have a look at what else there is here. So what I'll do is I'll click on Home here at the top left, and that takes me back to this page. I highly recommend that you have a look at some of the other areas that are available here. For example, mark ranges. Mark ranges is not available in the other panel at all. If you're wanting mark ranges, then you're going to want to set that up here. I'll click on that, and you notice I don't have any mark ranges, but in this course I do. This is a whole other course. I'll go to admin, and I'll go to mark ranges, and you notice that I do have mark ranges here. I'll go back home. You'll notice a few other things as I scroll down. There's something called flat pages, which are basically a web page that you can use. So you can create web pages that are separate from quests. You can edit campaigns. There's also something called common data. And common data is, well, here, let me show you an example. I'll go view details. Notice that these are the details of the quest, and oh, look, there's an extra little box with some information there. More on common data in another tutorial. Another thing you might use the admin site for are quests. So I can actually view all my quests here. I can actually click here to go to the specific quests to edit them, but I can also do things like archive or export quests from here. So let's say I wanted to copy all of these quests into a whole new course. Let me just adjust this a little bit so that we can see. So there it is. I've got all these selected, and what I'll do is I'll click here. I can delete the selected, which I don't recommend, by the way. I recommend archiving. I can archive them. If the quests aren't published, I can publish them, but I can also export them to a whole other course. And notice that I'm not making any changes here. I just go back to home, or I can go back to view site to come back over here to the safe place. I did want to show you that site administration is very useful and that you're going to want to go there, have a look at what's there, but I wouldn't spend a lot of time there. Just do what you need to do for now in terms of adding prerequisites and items like that. Okay, that's enough. Thank you so much for your attention.